Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss CBSE class 9 maths chapter 7 triangles. The first example, which is going to be the concept related to the SAS congruency, which we saw in the previous video. So what did we see in the previous video? We learnt about the criteria of congruence triangles, and the first criteria which we discussed was the SAS criterion. Okay, so what is SAS criterion? It is nothing but side angle side criterion. Okay, so side angle side criterion is what we saw in the previous video. It means that the angle included in between two sides. Okay, so here in this diagram the angle is here, which is included between these sides, these two sides. So that in such a triangle, if we see that the angles and the sides are going to be equal, then we can say that the two triangles are congruent. So that is what. So two triangles are congruent if two sides and the included angle of one triangle are equal to the two sides and the included angle of the other triangle. So relating to it, we are going to look into an example. It is the first example question given in your NCERT textbook. So let's look into the question, children. So in figure 7.8, so this is the diagram given. So there we are given that OA is equal to OB. This OA is equal to OB and OD is equal to OC. So your OD is equal to OC. We are asked to show that the triangle AOD, the triangle AOD is congruent to triangle BOC. Whenever you need to represent two triangles, draw it as you have here. So where you have A, you should have B. So here is your A, here should be your B, here should be your O, and here should be your C. We are asked to prove that these two triangles are congruent. Remember children, whenever you are asked to prove some congruency or similarity, like this you need to remember as you go to higher classes. This will help you in solving even difficult questions. So here if you have AOD and BOC, when they are giving it as a triangle, if it is AOD, however you write AOD, the same way you need to write BOC. You cannot write it as COB. If you are going to write, then it might give you a wrong answer. Okay, so even if the triangle is in such a way, you will have to redraw it. See here the triangle is upside down, but still I have redrawn it in such a way that I am getting this, so that I can check for the congruency with these things. Okay, so now we are given that OA is equal to OB and OD is equal to OC. So what is given? Given that OA is equal to OB and OD is equal to OC. Okay, so in this case you can also say that the angle O, okay, you have the angle O here, so you can say that these two angles are vertically opposite angles, isn't it children? So we can say that the angle, see, angle AOD is equal to angle BOC. Why? They are a pair of vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles. Is it clear children? So this is given here. So these two angles are going to be equal. So now what do we know? OA is equal to OB. We'll just mark here. So OA is equal to OB. OD is equal to OC. So your OD is equal to OC. Angle AOD and angle BOC are equal. So how does this look? This looks as per the SAS congruency. SAS congruency. So as per this SAS congruency, we can say that the triangle AOD is congruent to triangle BOC. Is it clear children? So this is what we've got. Okay, so these two are going to be congruent. Okay, so now first thing we have done. What second thing? They are asking us to prove if AD and BC are parallel. This means what? If they are asking us to check if these both are parallel. Okay. So now we know that these two triangles are congruent. Okay. If these two triangles are congruent, then we can also say that angle OAD is equal to even this angle and this angle will be equal, isn't it? So OBC. Similarly, angle ODA is equal to angle OCB. Because these two triangles are congruent, we can say that all the sides and the angles are going to be equal. Likewise, we can also say what? AD and BC are also equal. Okay, so your AD and BC are also equal. But our question is to prove that they are parallel. So now let's mark these angles. OAD is equal to OBC. So this angle and this angle are equal. Likewise, this angle and this angle, that is ODA and OCB are equal. Now, looking at this, we can see that these two triangles, okay, in these two triangles, these angles, okay, both of these angles, they are forming a pair of alternate angles. They are alternate angles, okay, for the lines AD and BC. Alternate angles for the line segment AD and BC. If they are alternate angles, then we can very easily say that AD is parallel to BC. AD is parallel to BC, because where you will get these alternate angles? When we have two pair of lines which are parallel. Okay, in that case, if you have a transversal, what will you say? You will say that this angle is equal to this angle. So that is what we are seeing here, isn't it, children? When these both are going to be parallel, you can say that alternate angles are equal. So automatically, when alternate angles are equal, then obviously the two lines are going to be parallel. So this is how we are going to solve it. Is it clear, children? Yes. So first, what did we do? We just redrew the triangles like A, O, D and B, O, C. And then we checked for all whatever is equal. We are already given that these two are equal and these two are equal. Okay, OA and OB are equal, OD and OC are equal. Then we could say that this AOD is equal to BOC because they are pair of alternate angles. Okay, so with that we were able to say with the SAS congruency that these two triangles are congruent. So the first one was proved. Next, to prove the AD parallel to BC, we knew that when two triangles are congruent, then all their sides and angles are equal. So obviously OAD is equal to OBC. Likewise, ODC is equal to OCB. Okay. So from that we are able to say that these angles are what? Alternate angles. These angles are alternate angles. If you have alternate angles, then obviously the two lines, okay, the two lines in between which the angles were alternate, those two lines are parallel. So from that we can say AD is parallel to BC, hence proved. Is it clear, children? So this is how you will have to proceed with these kind of questions. Okay, you just need to remember whatever you've learnt in your lower classes and then try to go through it. Is it clear, children? So we'll see the next. We have one more example under this SAS congruency, which we'll be seeing in the upcoming video, and then we'll move into the next congruency. Thank you, children.